I was out raking leaves when Lily's voice rang out, sharp, defiant, cutting clean through the calm of the morning. I dropped the rake without a second thought and sprinted across our 10-acre farm, heart pounding, boots hammering the gravel. As I rounded the barn, I caught sight of two men in cheap polos pulling my 16-year-old daughter toward a golf cart. Pogo, our mutt, scrappy and wild, barked like mad, leash dragging behind him. "Get your damn hands off my kid!" I bellowed, lungs on fire, fury ready to explode. The taller guy, bald and sweating with mirrored aviators hiding his eyes, growled back, "She was trespassing on my land." "You're HOA enforcement," I snapped. "You have no authority to lay a finger on anyone." The shorter one tried to explain. "She violated community grass. Her dog—" I cut him off. "You're 5 feet inside my property. That's kidnapping a minor. You realize that's a felony, right?" Then, like something out of a bad movie, Marla Tate pulled up in her gleaming Range Rover, pearls glinting, tennis skirt flawless, clipboard ready. "Your daughter violated 3 ordinances," she announced. "She's banned from all Willow Creek common areas, and you owe a $300 fine." I laughed, cold, hard. "This isn't Willow Creek. This is my farm. You sent thugs to snatch my child? Game's over, Marla." We came here chasing peace. 10 acres of forest, wide skies, a red barn that leaned like it had secrets. No streetlights, no nosy neighbors, just chickens, coffee, and Lily. Bright, kind, fiercely stubborn. Our sanctuary was perfect. Until Willow Creek Estates crept past the tree line, a tidy little HOA sprawl. And then came Marla, self-declared queen of the Willow Creek Community Alliance, or WCCA. She showed up a week after we moved in, spotless sneakers untouched by earth, handing over a glossy welcome packet like our farm had been claimed. "We're not part of Willow Creek," I told her, "and we have zero interest in your HOA." Her smile barely held. It started with anonymous violation notices, shed color, chicken noise, even Lily called a feral child at a WCCA meeting. I tried to shrug it off, but Marla wasn't just a meddler. She was a tyrant, and we were freedom she couldn't tolerate. That Saturday morning, Lily's voice, "You can't touch me. This is private property," shattered the quiet. Those men in WCCA polos were 50 feet over our line, dragging Lily and yelling about trespassing on HOA grass. Then came Marla, spouting fake maps and made-up boundaries. "You updated nothing," I said, holding up our deed. "This land is ours." She hissed, "Actions have consequences." "Actions have consequences," she hissed. "So does kidnapping a minor," I shot back, voice like steel. The men froze. Lily, though trembling, stayed strong, recording everything on her phone. Mar and her cronies backed off, but I knew this wasn't the end. By that evening, our mailbox was stuffed with a thick WCCA compliance action packet, citations for chickens, Lily's supposed unregistered presence, even our shed's paint. The very next morning, a fresh sign was staked right on our property line. WCCA jurisdiction begins here. I ripped it up without hesitation and tossed it into the fire pit. Later, 2 so-called inspectors arrived, claiming a surprise audit. "You're trespassing," I told them flatly. They didn't argue. They just left. Then Lily came home, quiet, distant. She handed me the latest issue of the Willow Creek Monthly. Right on the front page, a grainy photo of her standing by the chicken coop. The headline screamed, "Teen exhibits aggressive behavior near common grounds." Mara had launched a full smear campaign, dragging my daughter's name through the mud, warning others to stay vigilant. Lily retreated into her room. I stood there, fists clenched, hands shaking with fury. Mara wasn't just crossing boundaries anymore. She was lighting them on fire. She was targeting my kid to break us down. I called my cousin, Teresa Mahoney. She's a lawyer. "I need a war plan," I told her. "Send it all," she said. The footage, letters, that newsletter, screenshots of Mara's HOA rants, everything where she calls Lily a menace. That night, Lily caught Mara and her lapdog, Caleb Tate, on camera, vandalizing our fence, snapping posts, and planting a WCCA flag like it was a captured hill. Every second was recorded. Officer Gary Hold showed up. "Mara, you're on private property again," he said. She claimed it was an emergency reclamation. Gary cited her for trespassing. Then right there on our walkway, Mara staged a dramatic fall, accusing Lily of pushing her. Our camera footage told the truth. No contact. She'd tripped over her own feet. Gary wasn't amused. "False reports are a crime," he warned her. Hours later, another violation notice landed in our mailbox. Hostile behavior, unauthorized fencing, punishment for vandalism she had committed. At 9 a.m. the next day, Mara returned with a full-blown WCCA disciplinary tribunal. Right on our front lawn, folding table, chairs, a banner reading, "Community First." She brought Caleb, Barb Walsh, and the usual cronies. She raised her clipboard like a gavel. "Comply or face $4,000 in fines, livestock removal, and a full architectural review." I held up my deed. "This is not Willow Creek, and you're trespassing again." Lily captured every second on camera. "I see you," Lily said. Mara slammed her hand down. "The juvenile may not be present." That's when 3 cruisers pulled up, sirens off, tires crunching on gravel. Chief Wes Alton stepped out, Lily's godfather. He looked straight at Mara's little court setup. "Detain the men who grabbed the minor," he ordered, "and remove that table before I charge you with impersonating a judge." Mara shrieked, "I'm the HOA president." Her crimes were clear: illegal detainment, unauthorized surveillance, and public defamation. Her drone, equipped with thermal imaging and audio, violated multiple FAA regulations. As Mara's loyal followers scattered, she stood alone, gavel slipping from her fingers. "This isn't over," she shouted before disappearing for 2 full days. Then her lawyer, Victor Hayes, showed up at our door with a boundary reclassification notice, a laughable claim that our land had been absorbed by Willow Creek. "Tell Mara a vote doesn't rewrite land deeds," I said, barely hiding my grin. Teresa filed a federal lawsuit. Charges included harassment, defamation, trespassing, coercion, illegal surveillance, and unlawful detainment. 2 members of the WCCA quickly resigned. Support came pouring in from neighbors: Edna Crane, Tina Walsh, long silent, now emboldened. Mara's public forum rants branding me a rogue and calling Lily a threat backfired. Hard. The FAA officially flagged her drone. Then Cassidy Morse's blog post, "HOA Tyrant Targets Teen," exploded online. TikToks followed, featuring Coco Doy Walsh's parrot squawking, "No trespass! No trespass!" Still, Mara pushed back, having my truck towed, claiming it was illegally parked. But the driver, misled by Mara's forged map, returned it immediately, apologizing. Teresa added theft to the lawsuit. In court, Teresa dismantled Mara's case. Footage, FAA violations, Lily's composed testimony. Mara shouted, "I was enforcing order. That child is dangerous." Chief West, calm and unmoved, replied, "That's my goddaughter." The judge sided with us. Verdict: Mara and the WCCA were to pay $50,000 in damages and legal fees. A restraining order barred them from any further contact. Mara's own countersuit, claiming emotional trauma from Finch, was dismissed. She was fined $5,000 instead. Her house sat on the market for months before finally selling, at a loss. Anita Morse was elected as the new WCCA president. Her first act? An official apology and a signed exemption for our farm, permanently outside HOA rules. Then Phil Jensen revealed Mara's misuse of $15,000 in funds on drones, flags, and her so-called compliance cards. Edna led a petition to officially ban her from WCCA affairs. It gained 600 signatures in just days. Wes hosted a celebratory fair. Mia Morse led the kids' games. Clara Jensen laughed in the sun. Tina Walsh planted fresh blooms. Gary grilled burgers. Doy and Coco performed. And Cassidy penned the story that cemented our victory. Mara's last effort, her dramatic reclamation rally, flopped. She vanished to Idaho. Her reign, just a myth now. Willow Creek finally breathed. With Edna's pies, Clara's giggling kids, Tina's garden, Wes's calm, Gary's grill, Phil's courage, Anita's leadership, Daddy's peace, Coco's cheerful squawks, Mia's bright spirit, and Cassidy's words. Our Liberation Day barbecue crowned it all. And Pogo, perched proudly on the barn steps, wore the crown. The barn stood tall, proud, and ours.